segue into this class today because we were talking about just frustrations and frustrations of, oh, you know, I didn't mute you, but I'll mute you after we center. But frustrations with, you know, maybe signing up for the vaccine, waiting, being patient, seeing inequities, just all the uncertainty, and that does lead to some frustration. So I'm taking a meditation class on Mondays and a philosophy class on Thursday nights. And it's really interesting because the philosophy is on Plato, who is a student of Socrates, and his mantra was, an unexamined life is not worth living. I'm like, ooh, harsh, right? But my meditation class is called Know Thyself. Know Thyself meditation. So I didn't know that that's what I was getting into, but it's so interesting how the universe kind of just brings what you need at the right time. So it just blended those two concepts together.
The world since then. Oh, I'm still on. Oops.
That's okay. I'm going to just go ahead and let you talk and do your thing. Okay. So anyway, what has come up, and you know what we're supposed to be doing is paying attention to the different emotions and things that arise. And the emotion that I'm really focusing on right now is peace. So this class is just about really paying attention to where, how in your body does peace feel in your body? Can you name peace? Can you give it a name? And how deep is your pool of peace? So I'm going to just do a little meditation that kind of invites you to examine that, because that unexamined life thing. Let's see. So kind of what are the things that allow peace to be present, and what are those things that push your buttons and kind of start to deplete that pool of peace? So first thing we're going to do is get really grounded. So make sure that you have got your sitting bones connected to the earth, that the feet are rooted, and from that place the spine is long and tall. And if it's possible to open up the chest, just to kind of invite that willingness to examine. Hands on the thighs, slide them back a bit, press the hands into the thighs to bring more length to the spine, and elbows press back to open the heart. Maybe you don't feel like you're there yet and you need a little bit more closing in, that's okay. And then before you close your eyes, with open eyes, eyes wide open as we walk into this, 3 cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through an open mouth with a sigh. Just let go of some of that frustration. A couple more of those as we transition from what we were doing prior to this to this sacred space on your yoga mat. You've arrived, you're safe, you are here. Keeping the eyes open now, coming into the present. How do we help ourselves come into this moment? Looking around, name 3 things that you can see in your space, in your sacred space. Name 3 things that you can hear. Could be the sound of my voice, ambient sounds in your home, the sound of your own breath. And then drawing you into the here and now, what are 3 things that you can physically feel with your body? The clothing on your skin, the air temperature, the groundedness of the sitting bones or the feet. In that present moment space, then invite the eyes to close and begin to take that tour of the inner landscape of your bodies, that physical body, who and how you are today in this moment. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, just paying attention to the sensations of your body. Any tightness or tension you may be holding on to, see if you can use the breath to soften, to swirl in those spaces, to help it to relax and let go just a bit. But even just noticing that snapshot. Paying attention to the breath body. Where in your body are you getting the greatest source of movement? And using that as a little assessment tool as well. Am I still breathing from my upper chest in a rapid, shallow way? In that place of sympathetic nervous system fight or flight or flee? And can I deepen that, take it to the ribs and lower belly, expand that breath, soften the belly so each breath in, the belly can soften and rise, the side ribs expand, and keep that chest broadening for that ability to be open to possibility. And then as you exhale, just a letting go. And if you need to breathe out through the mouth with an audible sigh, please do. And then noticing the emotional body, by which I have some inquiry for you. Can you identify any emotions that you feel when you are grounded, when you're in a place of being grounded? When you've actually had time to sit and be quiet, feel rooted and connected. Can you name those feelings or not? Can you identify places that help you to feel most grounded? Maybe it's a yoga practice or a meditation, prayer, walking in nature, trees, the sea, family, being with someone you love. Can you identify barriers that keep you from that place of being grounded? Being able to actually go to those places or actually notice the sensations of feeling grounded. What do you have to climb over and around to get to that place? What makes it easy? What makes it hard? And can you come up with some words that feel like peace in your body? It might not be the word peace, it might be something else. But it offers the same level of, the same quality. And that's your perception, which is fine and where it should be. So now if you could please finish the phrase in your own mind. I am a person who. And what sensations do you notice come up? What mind, body, or breath sensations come up when you finish the phrase, I am a person who? And now please recite to yourself, I am. I am. Nothing more. Simple presence of I am. And do you notice sensations that come up, and do they differ? So is it possible to let go of expectations of I am a person who, and rest in the simple presence of I am? Just following the breath with that. Bringing the hands to the heart space. In yoga, I am is Sat Nam. And I just want to offer you a quick chant for Sat Nam. Join me if you wish. I am that I am. 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 Satnam, 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 Satnam. I am that I am. 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 Bow your head to your heart. Lower your hands down to your thighs, and keeping the eyes open, gently sweep your head over towards your right shoulder, right ear in line with your right shoulder. Bring length to your spine. Take your left fingertips out to the left side, stretch and lengthen. Reach until you feel stretch from earlobe to shoulder all the way down the fingertips. Take a full breath in. Audible sigh out. Bringing the hand back to the thigh, sweep the chin in the other direction. Reach those right fingertips out to the side, full breath in. As you exhale, release, stretch those fingers long. Identify that stretch from earlobe to shoulder. And bring that hand back to center, tip the chin towards the chest and lift the head up, blink the eyes open. And then gently turn the head side to side, connecting with your breath, your rhythm of movement. Bring the fingertips onto the shoulders. Start to make some circles with the elbows. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Lift those elbows up as high as they want to go. Keep the breath moving with the movement. And take the arms out to the side, curling the fingers. Rotate from the top of the shoulder. Keeping the palms facing up, curl the fingers in and stretch them out, fling them out. Just flinging away anything that doesn't serve you, just getting rid of stuff. Shake the hands, shake the arms, and I'm going to sit down into a comfortable seat. If you need to move and reposition your legs, just give them a little shake. Rock them side to side. Shake out the knees, shake out the legs. And then crisscross your legs in a different direction this time. Again, getting rooted and grounded, being connected to present moment, still seeing the things you saw, still hearing the things you heard, still feeling the things you feel. And reach the arms up overhead. Take a full breath in. Find first that length in your spine. Draw that belly in and up. Lower your left hand down. Press down toward earth. Press up toward heaven. So flex the hand as you reach up toward the sky. Press the hand into the earth. Grow your spine a little half-inch longer. And then switch. Keep pressing out through the heel of the hand up towards the sky. Keep pressing the other hand into the earth. Grow long and tall. Good. Then both hands reach up overhead. Find that length again, and then lower your left hand down and crescent over towards that left side. Root down through the right and feel that stretch in the right side body and the right hip. And imagine you've never been here before. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crescent. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Lengthen up again, draw that belly in and up and gently twist towards the left, lowering your right hand to your left knee. Bring your left hand to goal pose, palm faces out, shoulder blades draw gently on your back. And then we're going to take that right shoulder in the direction of the right knee. Your left arm can stay in goal pose, or you can reach an arm overhead. Or maybe even bring that left upper arm over the left ear for an intense stretch on that whole left side of your body. Come back to goal post with that left arm. Reach both arms up overhead, twist back to center, and then take the right hand down to the side and crescent over towards the right. Keep that left side rooted down, and then with the breath, inhale, reach and lengthen. And exhale, crescent. Take your attention to the parts of your body that are feeling the movement, feeling the effects of this work that you're doing. One more time, press it over. Good. And then lengthen up, stretch long, draw that belly in and up. Gently twist towards the right as you bring that left hand to the right knee into a twist. Right hand comes up to goal post. Right shoulder or left shoulder comes in the direction of that left knee. And then with that right arm in goal post, leave it there or reach the arm up overhead. Or if it works to you, to bring that upper arm in line with the ear for a full stretch across that right side of the body. Breathing in and out. Come back to neutral, reach both arms up overhead, twist back towards center, and lower the hands down to your thighs and make some nice circles with your torso. Let the elbows bend, let the shoulders move forward. Get anything that feels good in your body with this. But notice what you notice about the hips as well, especially when you hinge forward. The other direction. All right. Do you have your strap? Extend your legs nice and long. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see a little bit better. All right, we're going to start by lassoing our feet, and I'm not going to mirror in this. I'm going to use my correct anatomical sides. So let everybody get situated. I'm sitting on the edge of my blanket so that it lifts my sitting bones up. So whatever you need to do to get your spine to come long out of your pelvis, do that. So you've lassoed your feet. And use the energy of the strap against the feet and the feet pushing into the strap to roll your shoulders back and see how long and tall you can get your spine. And then gently press the toes forward, press the heels forward. Toes come towards your nose, heels press toward the short end of your mat, the other direction. One more breath here, feel that stretch. And then give them a little stretch across the top. So just release that. And then one more time. Press the thigh bones down, press the calf muscles down. Try to keep the heels connected to the floor, toes towards your nose. Dandasana, foundational seated pose. Good. Now I'm going to take this strap and just put it around my right foot and bend the left foot, bend the left knee, and place the foot on the calf, the knee, or the inside of the thigh. This is an asymmetrical pose that will cause a misalignment or a potential misalignment of your sacroiliac joint. So if you have sacroiliac joint issues, just keep your legs more at a wide V, if you would, straight, okay? And you're gonna hinge forward instead of to one leg. If your sacroiliac joint is fine, hold on to the strap, lengthen the spine and gently twist the torso toward that front thigh and hinge forward over that thigh. So this is for people who do not have sacroiliac joint issues. People that do, you're in a wide V, sitting tall, and just hinge forward gently. Fingertips can come right in between. Take a breath, lift up, and then exhale, hinge forward again. Again, leading with the heart. Hinging from the hip, seeing if you can get belly button in the direction of the spine. Lift back up, remove the strap, and bring the knee up. Hold on to the outside of that left knee. Use that to help you grow your spine taller. And then keep the foot on this outside edge or cross it over your right leg if that works. Keep pressing out through the heel of the right foot. I'm going to stay right here, or we're going to twist, taking the right arm lifted up overhead, gently twist towards the right and set the right hand back behind you as you twist towards the right. Reach that right arm up overhead again. And bring the right leg slightly more toward the midline. So the big toes in line with your belly button. We're going to do Gomukhasana legs. So flex the left foot and see if you can't bring the knees in the direction of each other. They may not stack over top of each other. That's okay. Just bring them in the direction of each other. Hands come on the knees, lift and lengthen. You should feel I feel a huge stretch in my extended leg, more so than my bent knee. And then hinge over that just a bit. And I'm getting a big stretch in my right hamstring, but everybody's different. You may feel something differently. Toes still draw towards the nose. Sit back up and then take the arms out to the side into a T. From the top of that shoulder joint, like we did earlier, rotate the arms so the palms face away from you. And then bend the elbows and interlace the hands behind your back if that works. And then slowly start to lower the hands down to the earth with continued bent elbows. I'm pressing my fist into the back, into the blanket behind me as I use that to help lift my heart space. Take the eye gaze up slightly, no higher than the seam of the ceiling and the wall. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, everything's flexed, everything's energized. Toes are lifted and spread. Good. Release that. Release the arms as slowly and gently as you came in, and then we'll come to Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet together. Hold on to whatever is accessible for you. Press the feet in toward each other. I'm holding on to my shins. Use that to help lengthen your spine. Press the feet in toward each other. Press, 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 press. Full breath in, and as you exhale, release the pressure of the feet. Allow the knees to release toward the earth. So we energize to release, all right? So we're gonna do that again. So energize by pushing the feet in toward each other. The knees will lift slightly. And then as you exhale, release the pressure on the feet. Allow the knees to release. Pause here for a moment, hinge forward. That nice opening in the inner thighs. Spine stays long and tall. Good. Nice. And release that. Take your hands to the sides of the knees. Find your strap again. We're going to place the strap around our left foot, unless you're in that sacroiliac injury department, and you're just going to take your legs to a wide V. So the strap's around my left foot, extending the left foot long. The right foot's going to come, so the inner sole of my foot is on the calf, the knee joint, or into the inner thigh. Press the foot into the strap, strap into the foot, find your length. Full breath in here. Turn the torso slightly toward that front thigh and hinge forward. Any tugs or pulls on one side of your back, then go to the wide V, hinging forward straight in the middle. And I haven't done my job if you don't know what the sacroiliac joint is. It's that bone, that triangular bone between your pelvis in the back. Lift and lengthen. One more time, hinge forward. And it's a craggy joint. It can get not dislocated, but it can get out of whack pretty easily, like the gears on a clock. So you don't want to do a lot of asymmetrical poses if you're already in that position of discomfort. All right, lift back up. Lift that right knee up. Unlasso your foot. Hold on to the outside edge of your right leg. Sit up nice and tall. So get those sitting bones evenly distributed on the floor. Flex that left foot. Big breath in here. Press that left leg down. Energize it. Stay here or cross the leg over. All right, drawing that belly in toward my right thigh. Take a breath in, reaching the left arm up overhead, and then gently twist toward the left and lower the left hand back behind you. Find your breath. Soften your gaze, soften your teeth. Maybe move your jaw around a little bit. Make sure you're not clenching your teeth. And then inhale, reach that arm back up overhead, turn back to center, lower the hand down. Walk that left leg toward the center, flex that right foot, and stack the legs as best as that works for you. Hold on to the top of your knee. Use that to help you lengthen. Keep pressing out through the heel of that left leg. Toes, knee, and everything's pointing straight up, not rotated out to the side. Hinge over. Belly button toward that thigh. Lift up and lengthen. And one more time, hinge forward again. Might not get very far, that's okay. lift up, uncross the leg. Oh, wait, nope, don't uncross them yet. Take your hands out to the side to a T. Rotate from the top of the shoulder, palms face away, thumbs down. Interlace the hands, and then stretch the arms so the fists press into the blanket behind you. Roll the shoulders back, press in to lift up through the heart space. Find your breath. And then release that. And uncross your legs. We'll shake those legs out, rock them back and forth, and we're all going to meet in tabletop. That's what it's called, tabletop. Never lose your words. All right, I'm going to take off my peace scarf. I don't know if you noticed I was wearing a peace scarf. This is the one my daughter has had since probably elementary school, and she put it in Goodwill about 8 years ago. And it's probably the scarf I wore more than anything because it's soft and it's warm and it's not real bulky, and it says peace. All right, come to tabletop. We haven't done our cat cow yet. All right, so hands into the floor. So press the hands into the floor, draw the belly up, and then keep those back ribs lifting, tailbone lowering, chin toward the chest. Hold here for just a moment, feel those shoulder blades spread. And then as you're ready to inhale, sink the belly, lift the head, lift the heart, get broad through your collarbones. And then just a few more with your breath. Exhaling as you draw the belly in. Good. Inhale as you sink the belly, lift the head, lift the heart. Good, just keep moving with your own breath. Beautiful. Come to that place of I am, that simple presence, simple movement. Good. All righty. Come back to your tabletop. Bring your blocks to the front of the mat. Okay, I'm going to come into some lunges here. So we're going to shift our weight over to the right and bring the left foot in between the blocks. How does it feel to slide your right knee back just a bit to really get that stretch in that hip flexor? I'm doing a lot of twisting today, so if your lower back's not having it, don't twist, but keep the right hand on the block. The left hand's going to go on the hip. Press that right knee into the floor and use that to help you lengthen your spine, get a long line from the crown of the head to your knee, and then gently twist towards the that inner thigh, that left side. Take the elbow back and maybe even reach that arm out to behind you so your fingertips are pointing toward the back end of your mat. Isometrically scissors your legs away from each other. Fire up the energy in the legs. Good. And then come back to center. Bring the blocks both to the inside edge of your left foot. Walk them over toward the left foot a little bit. Might need to slide your right knee back even a bit more and bend the elbows so that that knee comes in the direction of the shoulder. Try to keep the spine long rather than rounding. So we're just hinging from the hip, bringing that shoulder close to the knee. Nice opening of that hip. Good. Find your breath. Allow the crown of the head to release just a bit. I am enough. Good. Now press the hands into the block, lengthen back up. Reframe your foot with the blocks and slide that front left foot forward. Walk your blocks back to your back right thigh and get tall. Send your left hip crease back a bit and press the heel down, press the thigh bone down, lengthen and hinge forward. We've already been working these hamstrings a bit already today. I'm just going to do one or two stretches here. Lift back up, full breath in. One more time, hinge forward. Good. No have-tos, just honor your body. Pay attention to the sensations. Lift back up, walk your blocks forward and send your back knee back. Wag your tail. And then let's give those knees a little rest. So come into your child's pose. Take the knees wide, tops of the feet down onto the floor. Sink the hips to wherever it works for you. Hand over hand, forehead resting on the hands. Find your breath. And what are those obstacles that prevent you from getting to that place of being grounded? And once you're grounded, how do you feel? It's okay if you can't name it. I couldn't name it. I'm getting there. All right, we'll walk back forward. And then take that right hand, reach it out to the side. We're going to thread the needle. So palm faces your face. Take it past your left wrist and bring the shoulder in the direction of the floor. Try to keep your head off the floor. Just let your hair graze. Hips are up toward the sky. Good. One more breath. Can you press the back of that right hand into the earth? Really engage. And then lift back up, untwist, reach that left arm back up towards the sky, and come back to your tabletop. Grab your blocks. Wag the tail a bit. Ready to shift the weight over to the left and bring the right foot forward. Slide your left knee back as far as is comfortable for you to get that stretch. And bring keep the left hand on the block, right hand comes to the hip. Lengthen that spine and twist towards the right. Twist toward that belly. If the belly's in the way, just move it. Get it out of the way. Befriend it. Good. And come back to center. Place both blocks on the inside edge of that right foot. Walk your right foot out toward the right edge of the block. And send your hips back as you bring the shoulder in the direction of that right knee. You can rest on your forearms if you like, or where do you find the best sensation for your body? Maybe it's just a slight bend of the elbows is all you need to get sensation. Find your beautiful breath. Follow your breath. Breathe in and out 3 or 4 times, really paying attention to the breath. Let that breath swirl around that right hip space. Just allowing. Good. And take the hands back onto the blocks. Lift back up. Reframe your foot as you walk the blocks back to your left thigh and straighten your right foot forward. Send that right hip crease back a bit. Press the heel into the earth, toes towards the nose, thigh bone down. Full breath in as you lengthen and then hinge forward. Did your leg externally rotate? Can you keep your legs neutral so that the kneecap is pointing forward? Can you keep the spine long? Lift back up, big breath in. And one more time, hinge forward. Very nice. Good. All right, lift back up. Walk your blocks forward. Knee goes back. We're going to thread the needle on the other side. Come to your tabletop. Wag the tail a bit. Get that spine released. Get those hips released. Good. And then take that left arm out to the side or up. And sweep that hand back behind your, past your right wrist and bring the shoulder in the direction of the floor. Hair, if you have it, skims toward the floor. And then press the back of that hand into the earth. tails up toward the sky. I need to make some circles with my ankles here, give my toes a little rest. And then lift back up, sweep that arm back out to the side, and lower the hands down. All right, you guys don't like this, but we're gonna get on our belly. We're just gonna do two things, okay? We're gonna start in Sphinx. So if you know the belly is not good for you, take a block to the wall and put it on your pubic bone, okay? And just pretend you're lying down. You're just doing the same thing we're doing and just follow the same instructions, okay? Use your blanket under your hip points. That's gonna help those of you with lower back issues like me. Oh, so put that block on your pubis bone if you're standing at the wall. We're all just gonna start in Sphinx pose. So if you're at the wall, pressing the pubis into the block with your elbows directly under your shoulders. Press the legs into the floor and press the elbows into the floor to lift up out of this. Head and neck are in alignment, so try not to be looking up at the camera if you can avoid that. So you're, all right, can you sink your belly just a little bit? Bring the shoulder blades together and then press the elbows and lift back out of that. And just do that a couple times with your breath. Exhale as you sink the belly, shoulder blades draw toward each other. As you inhale, press the elbows and the hands into the earth. Really engage that core, lift up through the belly. One more time, exhale, sink the belly, shoulder blades together. And then inhale, press the elbows, press the hands, feel those shoulder blades slide down the side ribs. One more breath here. This should be energetic. All right, palm over palm, forehead rest on the palms, elbows out. Bend your knees and rock your knees side together. If you're at the wall, do some torso circles. Just release that lower back. So bend the knees, sway your feet back and forth. This helps to release the lower back. Stay here while I describe arachnoid cobra. This feels really good. Arachnoid cobra is your legs are together and you zip the legs up, all right? So all 10 toes are pressing the floor. You're pressing the pubis bone into the earth. The hands come to your heart space out on the outer edge of your mat and your elbows are pointing up toward the sky. The forehead is resting on the floor. So you press the legs and the pubis into the earth, and then as you're ready, you're going to use your core strength to lift the torso and let the head come up last. And then lower that back down. So those of you who haven't gotten in that position yet, extend your legs long, zip your legs up. See if you can't get all 10 toes to touch the earth. Press the pubis bone into the earth, and then bring your hands to the outside edge of the mat. Come up on spider fingers, elbows pointing toward the sky. And then as you're ready, press your fingertips and your pubis bone into the earth. Lift the hips, lift the torso up off the earth. The head comes up last. Good. And then as you exhale, lower that back down. Just do a couple more. I'm going to see what I can see here. Good. Nice head. Good. Beautiful. I can see Ed really well. Kathy, I can see you pretty well. Good. Last one. Okay, do a couple more if you can. If it feels good. If it doesn't feel good, come back to the swinging of the legs to release your back. All right. That's all we're going to do on our belly since we haven't really practiced that a whole bunch. Good. Really good to work the back body equally as the front body. Okay. I've been negligent with that, so we're going to really keep trying to do that. Okay, little by little. All right, press up into child's pose for a moment just to release that. Take your time because going from that extension of your spine to this stretch and a little bit of flexion, you're really going to know. I notice that. I shouldn't put that on you, but I really notice that. And if you're standing, then just do a little bit of rounding of the spine, a real gentle cat-cow of the spine. And then when you feel ready to stand up, you're going to stand up, have the blocks in the front of your mat. And if you need a balance prop, you've got the wall or some type of chair or something to help support your balance. Everybody good? Good, good, good. All right. Further back. All right. When we're all here, just start swinging your arms forward and back. I'm going to look for this swing on my computer. Let the knees be soft, little bounce in the feet, little hop in the step. All right, this is something that's really good to do if you've been sitting at the computer all day trying to get stuff done. Get up every 30 minutes. That's that prescription I gave you a long time ago. It said every 30 minutes, get up and move. Right now, crisscross your, take your arms different, opposite, like you're walking, exaggeratedly walking. And then get ready, we're gonna crisscross the Michael Phelps hug. Yourself a little pat on the back. Knees are soft, getting some rhythm, right? Feels good, a little freedom of movement. And then just turn that into really big loose coat sleeves. Let those arms just really be free. Lift up the opposite heel so you're not tweaking your knee. And then slow that down, slow it down. All right, if you need that balance prop here, we're gonna lift up on our toes. So you'll either have a balance prop or turn and face the wall if you choose to lift up on the toes. So come to your mountain pose first. Those feet are happy distance apart. Root the feet into the earth, roll the shoulders back. Establish your foundation. So lift and spread the toes. Draw that belly in and up and lengthen your tailbone. Get the core set, front and back body. And then get your drishti set. Look at something in front of you that's not moving. And then as you inhale, reach the arms forward and lift the heels. And as you exhale, lower the heels, lower the arms. Take your arms as high as you want. Up overhead if you choose. Lift the heels as high as you want. Good. And just like everything you try, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So sometimes you surprise yourself and get a really nice move. Other times like, where did that come from? And that's life, right? Riding the waves. So one of the things we learned about meditation is it helps you to ride the waves skillfully, right? So rather than react to an autopilot, respond with that moment of pause. One more time. Inhale. So we're riding these waves up. Sometimes we can do this, sometimes we can't. And release. Bring the hands to the heart space. I'm going to turn sideways for chair. Shift the weight to the heels of the feet. I got twinkle toes going on here, so I know I'm not bearing weight on my toes. And then shift the sitting bones down, bend the knees. Keep the spine long, but don't stick the butt up. Tuck the tailbone down a bit so you're not arching your back. And sink into your chair. Isometrically draw your legs toward each other. All right, and you have to be able to imagine you're falling back while at the same time keeping your balance forward. So this is a big metaphor for life too, right? We get pushed back, we fall forward. And then press the hands down. Let's try, do that same thing with your arms or take the arms out to the side. Bear that weight on the heels, lengthen your tailbone. Eye gaze should be looking down, not up at the computer. Good. All right, now you can take your arms forward or keep them in Anjali Mudra. Nice strong thighs. We're working on that power of the thighs, that strength and that ability to push yourself up out of a chair. And last one, if you choose, reach arms up overhead and then sink into chair. Utkatasana, mighty powerful pose. 2 more breaths here. Squeeze that imaginary block between your thighs. And building up some heat. Feel that? And release. Short of breath. All righty, let's work our sun salutation. So you can use the back of the chair if you choose. You can use just your thighs for pranam and, not going all the way down for lunge. I'll do it a couple different ways. Or you can use the blocks, okay? So let's get started. Come to mountain pose. Find your breath. Feel your heart beating. Maybe a little faster after the big muscle work. Reach the arms up overhead as you inhale. Exhale, hinge forward from that hip crease, hands on the thighs, shins or blocks, your choice. I'm gonna pause here for just a moment. Feel that length in your hamstrings. Can you shift your weight to the fronts of your feet? Press your tops of your thigh bones back. Get a little more length in the hamstrings. Another couple breaths here. I tried staying in this posture for about 3 minutes before class started. Really settling into that parasympathetic rest, relax, and digest. Kind of nice. All right, shift your weight back to the heels, bend the knees, come halfway up wherever you were. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward again. With the breath now, inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, hinge. And then come halfway up. We're going to come all the way up. So press your hands into your thighs to lift up, or hands on the hips with the elbows back. Lift to standing. Inhale the arms overhead, palms together, and down to your heart. Breathe in, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then either step back into lunge or hinge forward more, reach for your block. Frame your left foot and step the right foot back. If you are coming from the thighs, you step the right foot back right where you were. All right. Take a breath here. Isometrically send that front shin forward. Get the hamstring that fire up and lift that back thigh bone up. Take a breath. 1 and 2. Send that back foot forward. Bend the knees a lot, hands on the thighs or hips, elbows back, root down through your feet, come to standing. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back or reach for your blocks, frame your right foot, and send the left foot back into lunge. Isometrically send your front shin forward, lift that back thigh bone up. Eloquence of this beautiful lunge here. Strong, stable. Step that back foot forward, bend the knees, sink the hips, hands on the thighs or hips. Reach the arms up overhead. Lower the right hand down, crescent over towards the right. Inhale, both arms up. Lower the left arm down, crescent over toward the left. Both arms up and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Frame the right foot, send the left foot back into lunge. If it's possible, if you feel really stable, bring your hands onto the thighs or hold on to those blocks. And then lift up to high lunge. You might have a balance prop. Hold on to that if you need it, or if you feel, reach the arms up overhead. And then hinge forward, hinge, 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 hinge. Feel the strength of your core holding you up. Reach for the block and step the back foot forward. Bend the knees, hands on the thighs or hips, elbows back, lift up to standing. Inhale the arms overhead. And then exhale, come to goal post. Press the feet into the earth, lift up through the heart space. Don't arch the lower back, just lift up through the heart. Belly draws in, knees are soft. Inhale, arms up overhead. And then exhale, come back to that open goal post. Shoulder blades draw together, heart space lifts. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back or reach for the blocks. Frame that left foot, step your right foot back into lunge. Get your balance. Isometrically send that front shin forward. Feel the hamstring. Feel the strength of the back leg. Once you're isometrically scissored, stable, maybe the hands come to the thighs. Press up to standing. Nice high lunge. Hold on to a balance prop if you need, or reach the arms up overhead. Keep squeezing that back glute, squeeze the front shin forward. Isometrically scissor those legs away from each other. Strong and stable here. Nothing will knock you over. And then hinge forward, hinge, 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 hinge. Reach for that back block. Step the back foot forward. Hands on the thighs or hips. Root down through your feet. Come to standing. Inhale the arms overhead and hands down to the heart. Woo. Okay, I feel like I ran a marathon. Good stuff there though. Shake everything out. How we doing? Oh gosh. All right, grab your blocks, please. I mean your weights, please. We should really call this Gentle Plus, or might as well just get it over with and call it level 1, right? All right. Roll the shoulders back. Anybody here? Yeah, I got choices again. You always have choices. So you can just do your bicep curls, or you can sink into your chair legs, right? You can stay in chair, or you can lift up and down. So you choose what you feel like doing today. Wherever you're doing, do it earnestly, do it skillfully, mindfully. Don't just go through the motions. Good. Maybe switch it up. Keep your breath steady, even. Good, I am. I'm going to finish this and say, I am feeling strong today. Good, one more. And out. Nice. All right. So come to the front of your mat and come to warrior one leg. So we're going to step that left foot back just a little bit, not as deep as you would a normal warrior one. Nice wide base of support. Bend to that front right knee. Roll the shoulders back, turn the palms away from you, and then hinge forward just a bit. So you're not leaning back into it, but you're hinged forward. And then press the arms back, together, and back to that back leg. Back, together, release. Back, together, release. Back, together. Good. Follow your own rhythm, your own breath. Good. And two more. Nice. All right, I lied. Take it back again and then pulse it 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. You feel that front glute working, holding the body up? All right, shake it out and go to the other side. So soften the knees, send the right foot back into warrior feet. Nice wide base. Take a little bend to that front knee. Same thing, roll the shoulders back. Good to work these triceps. Hinge forward a bit. Press back, together, release. Back, together. Try not to lift your chin. Keep your chin in line so your neck is in line with your spine. Good. What do you notice? Do you notice one side getting fatigued a little faster than the other? Isn't that interesting? Can you just be curious about the sensations rather than judging? All right, 2 more. And release. Good. Step forward. Shake it out. All right. Come to your goddess legs. Nice wide, about a little wider than the mat, depending on how you're feeling today. Feet are pointing out to a 45-degree angle. Take a bend to your knees. So your knees are tracked. Get yourself grounded and steady. All right, palms face each other, thumbs are up. Lift one or both arms a little bit lower than your shoulders. Don't go above shoulder height. Now you have choices. You can do nothing with your legs. You can be static in goddess, or you can straighten the knees if you choose, and then sink back into goddess. Good, you choose. We've been doing this for a while now, so you may have some preferences. Get that deltoid muscle nice and strong for your shot, right? They're going to say, wow, that's a really strong muscle there. 2 more. 1, I take my mom today. I'm so excited. 236. Straighten the knees. Heel toe walk your feet in. Roll your shoulders out. All right, we're going to do 1 more, the Peloton move. Again, I always kneel so you can see. Don't kneel. Stay standing. This just requires you to maintain your core, all right? Draw that belly in and up, lengthen your tailbone. This is where we're gonna work your shoulders, all right? So and your triceps and your rhomboids, that works everything. So arms forward, up, upper arms in line with the ear, bend the elbows 3 times, bend and straighten, don't arch your back. Try to keep the upper arms as close to the ears as possible for triceps press. Lower the arms down. Now bend your elbows, draw the shoulder blades together, press out, squeeze, out, squeeze, one more time. And then take them up. Triceps press 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Lower down, bend the elbows, press back, forward, back, forward, back. Squeeze that rhomboid. One more time, arms up. Triceps are getting a good workout today. Lift up and lower, up and lower. One more, up, all the way down. Bend the elbows, squeeze. Press forward, squeeze. Press forward and squeeze. Good. Lower the arms down, roll the shoulders out. Okay. Let's get down on the floor. All right, so bring your weights with you. We're going to do bridges on our hips, and we're going to do the nice tree hugger, okay, for little pectoralis work. I'm going to face this way so I can see it better. All righty. Coming on your back. First, let your body just settle. Okay. And have your weights in your hands. Elbows out to your side. And when you're ready, give that big tree a hug. Give yourself a fist pump with your knuckles. And then lower the elbows down to the earth. Not all the way. Now you're working your pecs, your chest, right? So engage it, squeeze it as you're lifting. Squeeze, right? Make it mindful. Couple more. Fist pump and open. Elbows stay soft. Knuckles keep facing toward the midline. You should feel this in your, hopefully in your chest muscles if you're really squeezing. The muscles that we rub with our foot rubs fall. 2 more. I think I already said that, but, and 1 more. Good. All right, bring the weights if you choose. If you're going to do bridge with weights, you're going to place them on your hip points, right where the leg connects to the torso. If you're not, you do the usual hands across the torso. All right, press the feet, the heels of the feet. I still have twinkle toes here. So press the feet into the earth and lengthen your tailbone. So when I do that, I flatten my lumbar spine and then lift the hips and torso. Hold on to those weights so they don't come sliding down into your face, and give Dr. Ed some work getting your teeth repaired. Exhale, lower back down. Saw Dr. Fine this week, by the way. Lift and lower. Lift. Good. And lower. If you want to stay up, you can stay up. Try to keep your sit bones soft. Keep the weight bearing in the heels of the feet. Isometrically send the shins forward. Let's do 3 or 4 more. You don't have to go real high. Okay, remove the weights, please, and lift up just a couple of inches and reset your arms now so your palms are facing each other across the torso. Keep the core really, the torso really stable, the pelvis really stable, and see if you can't lift your foot just an inch or so off the ground super slowly and maintain as if you were trying to serve a queen's tea off of your hips. Don't spill a drop. Maintain stability. If that doesn't work, just lift a heel. Get up on your toe and just lift a heel. Couple more. If you want to try just using the strength of your torso, reach your arms up overhead or in front of you, and that will make it a little more challenging to be stable. I'm like rocking, I'm spilling the tea all over the place. All right, that's enough of that. Give yourself a hug. Well done. Make some circles with your ankles. Nice. All righty, and then a little opposite arm leg stretch. So stretch the leg, stretch the arm, reach the finger, and you've never been here before. You've never done this before in your life. So each time you do this, it's a new and interesting experience. And while you're doing this, I'll just give you a little visual of that pool of peace. So that pool of peace, when you ask how deep it is, how deep is it so that when stuff splashes into it, you have enough of a reserve so that it doesn't empty out your pool. And that's why it's worth it to spend time refilling your pool of peace through your yoga, through your meditation, through your walking, noticing when you're grounded and when you can start to just stand there holding a hose, filling up your peace pool. All right, maybe you take your arm up overhead and extend your leg long. So pay attention this week. Pay attention to how often you actually get a chance to ground yourself and how you feel when you're grounded. Because when I was asked that question, I was like, I couldn't give it words. I didn't know. I found that to be super interesting. One more time each way. I'm a yoga teacher. How can I not describe what it feels like to me when I'm grounded? I never gave it words. All right, big hug. And I think we are at that point of Shavasana. Yay. I'm going to give you a passive, progressive relaxation, maybe a little bit of active and then a little bit of passive. All right, so do what you need to do to get settled into Shavasana. And before you get too comfy, I'm just going to ask you to really scrunch up your face. So all the way from your skull, imagine you can crinkle up your skull and your scalp and your eyes, your eyebrows, your nose, your mouth, crunch your teeth, bring your shoulders up towards your ears, squeeze, 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 and then release that. And then take a breath in and release it even more. Ironing out the scalp, the muscles of the forehead, putting distance between your teeth so your jaw can relax. Inviting your eyes to feel heavy in the sockets, the tongue to be plump in the mouth, moisture around the cheeks, shoulders soften as the arms feel heavy, as the muscles relax down the upper arm, the forearm, and the fingers unfurl. And the weight off the shoulders rolls down the shoulders, rolls down the arms, right out the fingertips. Taking your attention to your back body, your upper, middle, and lower back. Allow the shoulder blades to connect and be grounded to the earth. Receive the energy as the energy of the earth supports and holds you, so you no longer have to do that. You can allow yourself to soften into her beautiful space. Releasing all the muscles that support the vertebrae one by one. Down the middle back, lower back. Front body softens. The chest, the belly. The pelvis gets very heavy as the buttocks melt into the earth. The thigh bones loosen their hold from the muscles, release toward the earth. The knees soften. The shins, ankles, and feet. Whole body able to relax. Begin to awaken back into this space, first with your breath. Take a few beautiful breaths in. I just want to share something with you today that I received in the mail this week, the most beautiful gift. It was a handmade quilt sewn with so much love and kindness, and thanking me for a contribution for what I do for people with Parkinson's. But, I don't think I do that much, but it was enough for her. So her husband passed away this summer. He had Parkinson's, and it was a terrible blow. He was in our care partner class for years. He was a light in the room. He was life. He was love, light, hope, and joy. He was just so much fun to have around. But I tell you this because she included in this a memory card that was given at his funeral with the quilt. And I'm a strong believer that we're sent messages when they need them the most. And after I'd already planned this class, this was the message that came to me. The prayer of St. Francis. Make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. And I'm sure you've heard it and can recite the rest of it on your own, but I just wanted to share that very poignant first part with you. So when you feel ready to get up, begin to wiggle fingers and toes. Turn your head side to side. Draw the knees into the chest. Roll over onto your favorite side, pausing again for that I am, that simple presence. Take a little inventory of how full your peace pond is, and if people are allowed to jump and splash, and you still have a reserve, because they will jump and splash. And when you're ready, press your hands into the earth. Use that to come to a comfortable seat for yourself with your hands at your heart space. And then one more breath in. Sat, Nam, I am. All that light and love in me honors the same light and love in each of you. And bow your head to honor your own practice. And then blink your eyes open and greet each other.